Hello everyone. Welcome to our summer edition of I'm the Mother and He's the DJ. Ooh, he's the DJ. And guess what? While we weren't looking over the summer, the DJ, well, it wasn't the summer, spring.
It was in the spring, yeah.
Yes, he turned 21. I must clutch my pearls on that one. So, what did you do for your 21st birthday? And tell the truth. Well, maybe not all the truth, but tell the truth.
So, I went to the nearest church, and
did you?
Yes, and I paid my tithes and offerings. But in all seriousness, I went to a couple different bars with some of my friends.
You went to a bar?
Yes.
Oh my stars. Okay, go ahead.
I went to 3
or
4 different bars.
3 bars?
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, but we didn't stay for that long. We just hopped from bar to bar to bar.
Okay, and who was the we?
It was me, my friend Joelle, my friend Kevin, friend Shane, and, my friend Lawrence. But some of my friend Kevin and Lawrence, I think, left a little bit earlier in the day. Yeah. And then, we just went out.
So, what did we have to drink at the bar?
The first bar I went to, I had a fishbowl.
And what is a fishbowl?
Well,
describe it. We want to, experience it with you. Tell us all about it.
So a fishbowl is like some sort of, it's a type of alcohol, like a sort of type of alcoholic concoction because it comes in like a little bowl and it looks like a fishbowl.
Okay.
And there's a bunch of different flavors. The one I got, I think it was like a sweet tea something. I don't know. There's a bunch of different flavors, and I think it varies between the bar if they serve fish bowls. But.
And how big was this fish bowl? Because you're doing something like this.
It was like, kind of like this.
Oh, wow.
My hands are big, though, so I'm kind of overselling it.
Okay.
But it's fairly big.
Okay. All right, so how many of those did you have?
I had 2.
2? Within what time span?
Must have been under an hour.
Okay, I'm hyperventilating, but anyway.
Then we went to Champs next? I think we went to Champs next.
Okay.
And then at Champs, I had a Dirty Sprite.
Okay, and what is a Dirty Sprite?
A Dirty Sprite is, it's basically like grape vodka, grape soda, and Sprite, and some, I guess, some other drinks in there too. And they put it in a double styrofoam cup, so it looks like lean, I guess. They call it Dirty Sprite.
Oh my God, I can't.
It's actually not bad.
Oh, I see. Okay. We have a liker. That's nice. But anyway, okay, and so what else did you have?
I think after that,
Look, I think after that you can't remember.
The last place we went to this place called the Lion's Den. And I didn't even really want anything. I was good. One of my friends, who's also a DJ,
okay,
he saw me, and he heard that it was my birthday, so got me a shot of Hennessy.
Oh, wow.
It's disgusting.
Did it make your chest burn?
Oh, God.
Did it make you not want to have another Hennessy, or did you say, well, okay, now that I got that down, let me do another one?
I was good for the night.
Okay.
I don't like Hennessy. Hennessy's nasty. Okay. Black people oversell that way too much.
Well, I think they probably don't drink it for the taste.
No, they don't.
So now, with all your alcoholic beverages, how did you feel? Were you sleepy? Were you tipsy? Could you walk?
I mean, I felt fine until I went home.
Okay, so what happened when you got home?
I got sick.
Sick like you had to throw up sick?
And then I had some great sleep afterwards.
All right, but did y'all see how he tried to go past the sickness portion? So, well, when you say sick, did you throw up? What?
Oh, yeah, no, I did.
How many times did you throw up?
I think once or twice.
Hey, Miss Sharita.
I feel really weird just exposing myself to all your Facebook friends.
Yes, we appreciate it though, because we want to know. So, since you did it, like, did you have regret?
No,
No.
no. I mean, if anything, I think the only thing that like sent me over was the Hennessy because it's like I think it was like mixing light and dark. I think that's what did it because I felt fine the entire night because I'm not a very, I don't like getting sick and I'm not the strongest drinker. So
Thankfully.
thankfully, so all that combined, I was just like, I mean, I'm kind of good, but then I ran into my man, and then that became the issue.
See what your friends will do for you.
Yeah.
And so, since you got sick and everything, like, how long was your hangover? Because that's what it was. It was a hangover.
It didn't last that long. I don't remember how long it lasted because the next day was pretty uneventful. So
Because you laid in the bed all day?
no, after I felt fine when I woke up.
No.
I didn't really have like an intense hangover.
Okay.
I had like a fairly strong headache, but like for actually getting sick, the hangover that I had afterwards, I was like, I'll take it. It's not bad, and I was fine.
Okay, very good. So basically, it didn't stop you from like wanting to have another drink. Basically, is what you're saying.
No.
So, do you feel like you have to drink all the time when you go out?
I have to? No.
Okay, hey, listen. It's a question. Okay. So, did you do anything else?
On my birthday?
Yeah. Where was your girlfriend?
At home because she was not 21.
Oh, okay.
She just turned.
Hey,
21.
Miss Karen. I know, right? Karen's like, oh, you were throwing up. Okay, so now let's ask this question. Do you still have the girlfriend?
Yes.
Oh, thank you, Miss Karen. He still has a girlfriend. How do we feel about that? I like her, though.
I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
So, no complaints. Our anniversaries in 2 days.
Oh, 1 year anniversary?
Yes.
Isn't that sweet? Look at that. My son can date somebody for a year, and, I'm still struggling in that area.
You don't need to do that to yourself.
Pray for me, y'all, but I'm going to be all right. So, all right. Now, before I move on to the next subject, I wanted to just ask you a question.
Sure.
Thank you, Miss Karen. Yes, that is funny. So, like, how did it wrap up with the school year? How did it go? Like, okay, so first of all, we didn't do any broadcasts once he went back to school, even though we said, that is funny. Yes, that is correct. Ms. Karen, we definitely work for him to have a girlfriend instead, but at least, your father would, that's for sure. Story for another day. But anyway, I digress. What was I saying? I forgot. Yes.
Something about the end of the school year.
Yeah, so for the end of the school year, like, how did you, think it went? He was too busy to socialize with us because his course load was, kind of, heavy. So how did it wrap up for you?
It wrapped up pretty well, actually. Like better than I thought. I wound up dropping a class in the middle of the year because it just wasn't really working out for me. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't really a bad end of the school year. It was pretty solid.
So did you feel like, how sometimes you go back and forth with like going through, like you and your classmates had your little depression and whatnot? Was it cool towards the end of the year? Basically because you thought it was over, or?
Oh yeah, no, it was good towards the end of the year. Honestly, it was just kind of hard because I'm a senior now. I'm pretty much done. So.
Ooh, he's a senior.
That idea, the idea that I'm pretty much done is like kind of hard to hold, like kind of hard to like grasp sometimes.
So you see what Karen said, you ain't got time for his corny mama, you got DJ gigs.
Well, I get my corniness from her, so.
That's okay though. So did you have any DJ gigs, speaking of which?
I've had a couple. I've done some parties and I've done like 1 or 2 events over the summer.
And how did they go?
Yeah, during the school year. They went pretty well.
Okay, cool.
They went pretty well.
How did you go about getting them?
Friends put me on, honestly. I'm starting to have somewhat of a name
Yes, there's your name right there, DJ Jules. Look at that. He got the Liberty Bell in his logo. Isn't that cute? One of your classmates made it for you?
No, I went on Fiverr.
Oh, really? Okay. Look at him going on Fiverr, being all resourceful like his mother. Continue.
Yeah, I got the gigs from my friends because they heard about me DJing and they were like, "Hey, we want you to do this event.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you're pretty good." I was like, "Oh wow, thanks. You don't need to
Ask
lie to
me
though."
twice.
Yeah, but so I did it and it worked out well.
Miss Karen has a question. She said, "Would you offer services when you're home?"
I mean, yeah. Right now, though, currently, I don't have any speakers.
You can rent speakers, though.
I can rent speakers. The goal is to buy some speakers, but you know.
Well, a gig would allow you to be able to buy it.
Yeah, that's what I'm. But I mean, I'm willing to do it. I would just have to, rent some of the equipment, but only the speakers, and I guess a microphone. But, yeah, I have my DJ controller in my room, so I'll be able to do that.
He's been practicing a little bit, and he does, drops and, voice tags and stuff like that. And so speaking of that, I know that you were talking about how you wanted to do like some voice acting and stuff like that. Like, is that something you still want to do?
Yeah. Voiceover work is something that I always found kind of fascinating, and I've always liked the idea of doing stuff with my voice. And I recently took an audio production class with a guy who has been in the voiceover radio industry for like years.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, I think he's basically told me that he thinks that I have like some talent, which is cool.
Mm-hmm.
But the only thing is, well, not the only thing. The voiceover industry is just hard to break into.
Yeah, well, that doesn't matter. When you're talented, you're talented.
I mean, a lot of people are talented.
Right. We don't worry about competition. Oh, there's Miss Catrice. Hey, Catrice, how are you?
How are you doing?
Yeah. Well, I think you have it within. So I think, you just have to get yourself out there, do some of those demos,
Yeah. So right now I have auditioned for like 1 or 2 things.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still learning and still getting used to it. Right now, I really just want to get like a voice coach or voice training because I don't really know how to use my voice. I kind of just freestyle it whenever I do.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, the next best thing, I guess, is to learn how to use it. So.
Oh, look what she said.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness. So now let's talk about something that was really exciting. Okay, when he came home from school, he got a job at KFC. Now let's set the stage. Okay, so we were going to another store. We were walking by, and I was like, "Hey, why don't you go in KFC see if they're hiring?" So he's like, "Okay." On the way back, he goes in. And I'm outside waiting, and then it's just like, 5 minutes, and I look over, and he's sitting down with the manager, like, having an interview, like, on the spot. So he comes out, and he's like, well, apparently I start on Wednesday. I was like, yes, he got a job. Like, that's so exciting. It was like, like the second or third day you were home from school?
Yeah.
So, but anyway, now let's talk about how you like the job.
I didn't really enjoy it as much as... Well, okay, so... I expected that the job was going to be difficult, and I expected that I wasn't going to really love it. Right. But, it's like, hey, I got to do something over the summer, right?
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't really... I did not like it.
Well, wait. Okay, so all this time over the past couple years, I've been teaching him about entrepreneurship and reasons why he should, be building his base and, working for himself and the importance of having multiple streams of income, all that kind of stuff. So he listened, but he just felt like a job would be, probably better. So now that you had the job, how do you feel about that?
I mean, I just wanted to get a job just so I can see more of what you were talking about.
And did you see it?
Oh, yeah, I did.
So, like, how was it working, like, with the employees and, like, all that? Give us some dirt.
The employees were kind of rude, which I think is fitting because some of the people that come in the store can be kind of rude. You have a mixture of, like, really nice people and really rude people. I was pretty new. I never really did anything like it. It was a KFC Taco Bell, keep that in mind. So, I never really did anything in a KFC Taco Bell. I don't even eat KFC. I don't know the menu. I know Taco Bell's menu kind of, but like Taco Bell, you have to like make the food. When KFC's like the stuff is just right there. The first 2 to 3 days, I was just like kind of chilling and standing around because I didn't know what to do. And then one of the later days, I just kept standing in the corner because I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And then, which is by the drive-thru window, so I was just standing by the drive-thru window making drinks. That was all I did. So I did that, and it wasn't that bad, but I still wasn't really going up to speed because, we have to have them in and out under 90 seconds. When one person orders, another person's ordering right afterwards, and you have to be really focusing on different parts of the job. I was moving pretty slow, I think, honestly, because one, I normally move slow, and I was trying to be very aware of that, and also I didn't know what I was doing.
So it was a recipe for disaster for you, is what you're saying?
Yeah, basically. So it just didn't really wind up working out the way that I wanted it to.
Hey, Miss Monica.
And after a while, I was just getting tired of it. And then there was one day where I was supposed to be on the register. One of the last 2 days I was working there. I was supposed to be I was on the register, and I was giving out drinks, and I was doing all that stuff. And they also wanted me to take orders. I was a nervous wreck at this point because I've been making mistakes a little bit, and I wasn't really ready to just be like, oh, hey, welcome to my KFC. I don't know why you say that. Welcome to my KFC. My name is Julian. How may I take your order or whatever? I wasn't really ready for that because, people ask you questions. People ask you dumb questions. People ask me questions like, oh yeah, can I get 2 biscuits with a number 9? And I'll say yes, and they'll be like, no, they're not allowed to do that. And I'm like, how am I supposed to know that? Like, it's all these little things. Like, I don't know what's in a K9. Like, I have to go look at the menu to tell you what's in it. So that's just like a small example. Like, I really don't know what's going on with these orders.
Oh, wait, this is funny because now Karen said that you need a little ratchet in you to work in the hood. But here's the thing. Tell her what one of the employees asked you.
Oh, yeah. One of the employees asked me where I was from. Mind you, the KFC I was working at is like a mile down the street from where I'm currently living. So he was like, where are you from? And I said, here. He was like, really? I thought you were from Westchester or something. And I was like, all right, well.
Yeah, I think he said he thought you were a college kid from Westchester.
I mean, I told him I was a college kid. I went to Penn State, and he was like, oh, that's it. And I was like, okay. So I didn't really make friends either at the place. I mean, actually, that guy who made that comment, he was pretty cool. I liked him. I'm used to getting statements like that, so it didn't really bother me. But some of the other people I was working with, it's like I would just make mistakes, and then they'd get pissed at me, and it's like, well, I'm sorry. One of the days when I was working at the register, I like gave someone the wrong order. Like how at fast food restaurants they might ask you to pull up to the window or something. Yeah, we did that, and they handed me the food for someone, and I thought it was for the person who was at the window currently. But apparently, and I couldn't hear it because I had the thing on my ear. Apparently, this was for the people who we told to pull up, and it was a large Taco Bell order, so they had to redo it. And it was my fault because I didn't hear her say, take this outside. So stuff like that happened. And then in the same day, I was short on the register. It's like, I gave out the wrong order twice. And it's like, my coworkers, they were like trying. I'll give them credit. Like they were trying to
help
me and not like be rude about it, but like they also couldn't help it.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't really make me feel comfortable. They're also the type of coworkers to sort of talk trash about each other.
Mm-hmm.
How do you handle your frustrations to get through the day? Honestly, I don't know. I just was waiting, counting down the clock. The first couple days weren't so bad because I was just training,
Mm-hmm.
and they only had me. The manager even didn't even really know what days he told me days to come in, but like he wasn't there. So I would just be there for a certain amount of hours until another manager would just be like, okay, actually you can leave at this point. So for the first couple days, I was just there just to be there because
So
I didn't know.
do you
what time
feel
to come
like
in.
they trained you adequately, or
Not really.
mm-hmm. They kind of like threw you to the wolves, sort of, somewhat? Like they gave you a little bit of information and then be like, all right, you're on the register?
Yeah, kind of. And they're like, oh yeah, you will just watch what I do, which is cool, but watch what I do is cool if you're dealing with the average order. But there's always something unordinary happening at a fast food restaurant.
Right.
And even though there was also like the online trading videos and stuff, and I was excited to watch those because I was like, yes, they might have the answers that I'm looking for. And they had some sort of answers, like, what food, like when it comes to like some specific stuff, but not really exactly what I was hoping. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing as like real experience.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of just sucked it up,
mm-hmm.
honestly, and just kept going throughout the day. And it's like, I'm just going to this place where I'm not really making any friends. I feel like I'm just going there, just annoying people. Everybody already knows everybody except for me. If I stuck around for a little bit longer, I think it would have been better. I feel like I probably would have made some friends that got the hang of it, but I just dreaded going there every day. Like the last 2 times when I was working there, I just had to take a deep breath and just like look in the mirror and just be like, all right.
Like, here we go.
Yep. This is the first day of the rest of my life.
Miss Karen has a question.
What advice would you give a 16-year-old and it's their first job at fast food? I don't know what to say, honestly, because I quit after like 5 days. So I don't really know exactly what to say. I mean, make friends with your coworkers. That's really important. Try to get your coworkers to like get onto some rapport, because bad customers I can handle because, like, all right, you make a mistake, it's whatever. But like dealing with coworkers that you don't like that's just awful. This is awful because you're gonna be like with each other constantly and working together. Like it really is a team effort, and when they say fast-paced environment, it's not a joke.
Yeah.
So you need to you're gonna need to be on the ball and stuff. And if whatever you're currently doing, like for example, let's say that you work the register, the fast food register or whatever. No one's in the drive-through. Maybe you can help out with something else, like just being able to help out other people whenever they're doing their thing. But yeah. Do you think you're too hard? I mean, I'm too hard on myself on whatever I do, so probably. But at the same time, I also hated it. So, I mean.
Well, I saw a study when they were talking about like fast food restaurants. They were saying that girls are suited for certain jobs and boys are suited for certain other jobs. So it seems like the jobs that they gave him were ones that are more typically suited for women. Probably, multitasking and, whatnot.
Probably.
Because, like he was telling me, the 90-second clock hits once the person hits the drive-through window, and then, you have to have the drink ready, then you have to accept their money, give them change, grab the bag. Like women, we're used to multitasking like that, and I think men sometimes are more compartmentalized. Don't bash me, men. It is what it is. But anyway.
I mean, it's not like I disagree entirely. So.
Yeah, so I'm thinking, I was like, maybe they can, maybe you can fry some chicken. I don't know. But he didn't stay long enough for, that. So it was a little fiasco, but it was good, though. I think that, he needed to be in an environment that's different, than what he's used to at school. And, he's used to a more,
relaxed work environment. So
a more pristine sort of environment, and so this is more of a culture shock or whatever, but it's good. You got to know how to move in all hoods, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that was, pretty cool.
Yeah, I found it helpful. It's not an experience that I'll forget. I mean, and I kind of expected that I was going to be given like a sort of experience that I wouldn't really forget, and that it would be helpful in that sort of way, but I mean, I don't know. I didn't mess up that much where I just felt like I was just overwhelmed. Like when I made mistakes, I felt bad, but I didn't feel that bad as in like because I'm still new. Like
Right.
I don't know. It's like I felt bad that I made mistakes and I kept trying to prevent them. It's just I felt bad that I couldn't prevent the mistakes, but when they happened, I was just like, oh look, oh well, like I'm sorry. Like what do you want me to do?
Right.
I'll try to do my best. But it's just like some of my coworkers, they were just, they're clearly just frustrated because I'm sure they're used to like having like some sort of a rhythm, and then here comes the new guy ruining the rhythm, and it's like, hey, well, you don't have to worry about me anymore, so whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a tough job. It's a tough job.
All right. Well, now off of the job onto the next adventure, which is he's going to visit his girlfriend tomorrow for a couple of days. How do y'all feel about that one? Yes. So we're going where?
Virginia, Annandale, Northern Virginia.
And how long are we going to be gone?
I'll be back on Sunday night, I believe. Sunday night, Monday morning.
Mm-hmm. And so, what do you have planned there for your 3-day excursion? Yes.
I don't know. She's the one planning all the stuff.
Okay. And what type of stuff is she planning?
I don't know. One of the things is a surprise. The other things, I think we're supposed to do a double date. And then the last thing, Friday, Saturday. I'm not sure what the other thing is.
She's like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't like that, do we, Karen? But he's 21 now. What am I going to be like? No, you can't go. Well, I could say no, but whatever. So, I'll give him a lecture of some sort, before he goes. And I'll rake him over the coals when he returns. But, I don't know how I feel about it overall. He's supposed to meet her mother. Did you meet her mother before?
I have met her mom before. I met her mom twice.
Oh.
I met her mom before we started dating. I met her mom the day she left, actually, which was Easter.
Mm-hmm.
The day she went home. We were supposed to go out and get food, but it was Easter, so everything was closed. So,
Does her mother like you?
I mean, she seems to like me, but we never, really formally sat down and, talked, and, which I want to do, because, I want to get to know her mom. She seems pretty cool.
Oh, you have a question there.
Like them going steady. I mean, I like them going steady, too. She's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's kind of like, he's not really a person that generally is a womanizer, at least not at this stage in his life. Prayerfully, he will not become such.
I'm not really interested in being
Yeah, but that's one of the things, though, that I kind of I always worried about. Like, I didn't want him to be so consumed, with one woman. Like, there's more than one woman in the United States of America. And I didn't want him to just be ready to get married at 21.5. I'm exaggerating, but I'm just saying, I wanted him to really get out there and, just date a little bit. But I like the fact that he's not dating 5 women at a time, but I don't want him to get, on lock just yet. But, I do like her. She's smart and, she's a senior as well, so, can't be mad about that. Some people go to college and the person they end up dating is the one person who just happened to be on campus that day. They don't even go to college. So, overall I think it's cool, but, we still are nervous because, we want you to get through and, graduate and not have any children and,
Oh, please.
all that.
Ugh. Nobody trying to have kids in this economy. No, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Where's that eye at, Karen? I need that eye again. But anyway, no, I'm joking. I mean, that's good. I mean, that's what let's go ahead and wait until you're. How old did I say you could be when you have children?
I don't know, 30 something.
Yes. Yes, yes, she is a decent girl. I have to say, I do like her, and she's witty and funny, not unlike me. So, like I told y'all before, we bonded over what was it, Power?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and does she watch Young and Restless too?
No.
Okay. Oh well, then she's fired. No, I'm joking. No, she's cool. I like her. So, any other interesting things go on over the over the year? Anything you want to share before we close it out for today? Because I think on our next one we'll talk about your new job that's coming up. We won't talk about it on this one. We'll talk about it on the next one. He did get a new job, so he's excited about that.
What else has happened this year?
No.
I can't really think of anything super noteworthy that's happened this year. For that,
since he's been home, and now that he's in between jobs, he's been helping out his friend who is a video. What is he?
Oh yeah, he's a video director.
Yeah.
He's been shooting. He shoots videos, music videos throughout the city for different artists, and we've been friends since high school. So I just tag along. Basically, kind of like the assistant director, whatever he asks me to do, I'll do it, because we're real tight. So, if he needs me to do something.
And you should promote your summer mix. What is it called? Out for Summer or something like that?
Out for the Summer.
Out for the Summer, yes. So he has a mix out there. And, where could they find it if they wanted to listen?
They can find it on my SoundCloud. It's soundcloud.com/it's DJ Jules, all one word. Mm-hmm. And it's the first thing that should come up. It's probably one of the only things because I took down some of the other stuff on my SoundCloud. So.
Okay, very good. All right, well, I thank you all for tuning in. We just wanted to catch up with what he did, towards the end of the year, the reason why he was unavailable to take our call, and, just kind of going over where we are as of this moment. So, on our next broadcast, we're going to talk about some new exciting things that are coming up. And hopefully he'll maybe get one DJ gig over the summer. That would be hot. If anybody's looking for anything, look, you got a barbecue, a bar mitzvah, whatever you need, what's your email address if somebody wants to book you?
It's djjules@gmail.
It's what?
It's djjules@gmail.
Okay. Gmail.com?
Yes, gmail.com. All one word. It's DJ Jules.
Oh, all right. Very good. Well, thank you guys. We appreciate you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And we will chat with you on our next video. All right. Oh, yes. Hey, Missy Bay, how are you? Yes, he's 21. Mm-hmm. You see that hair? Turn to the side. Look at that. Look at this hang time. Okay? Oh, my goodness. Yeah, she was like, I can't. Oh, when I met Miss Yvette, her son was, how old was your son? He was like 6, 7, something like that. So we always marvel at you guys. Hey, Miss Chrissy, how are you? Mm-hmm. And she's saying happy birthday.
Thank you.
Hey, so, I like his hair though. We just twisted it. So you see, turn to the side. He got his fresh cut, since he's going away to visit his girlfriend. Oh, he was 6, yes. So, how old is your son now? If Julian is 21, he must be like 27 or something. Wow. We're getting old. I'm feeling some type of way. But anyway, do you have anything you would like to say before we sign off?
Not really, actually. No, I can't think of anything.
He's a man of few words today?
Yes.
All right, whatever. All right, well, anyway, 30? Oh my gosh. I'm hyperventilating. Wait a minute. I must put that on the screen. Yo, that is crazy. When did this occur? Where have I been? Oh my stars. That is too much for me. That is too much. 30. Then I can't say my age then. If he's 30, that's kind of scary. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I guess the alternative to aging is death. And so I want to continue to live. So what can you do? So I'm going to just hang with it. But anyway, I don't want to bore y'all. So carry on. Thank you for tuning in. We will holler back at you on our next broadcast. Have a fabulous, fabulous evening.